Welcome to the show. It's the first in a brand new series. As you can see, I'm quite relaxed about it. Actually, I'm sitting in my office, or den. I call it a den because it's dirty. A den of iniquity. I've got everything I need in here. I've got my television, I've got my video recorder, my stereo, and I've also got a remote phone. The only trouble is I don't know where it is. Maybe that's why they call it a remote phone. When it rings, you haven't got the remotest idea where it is. It also comes attached to a very clever machine. It's called an answer phone.
Bobby?
Ooh.
Bobby, it's your mum.
Me mum.
You left home without your chosen chutney sandwiches. Do you want me to save them for you, or should I chuck them away? Give me a ring.
Oh, that's nice, and isn't that thoughtful? Mind you, I think she should chuck the sandwiches away. I left home 5 years ago. I've also got a lucky mascot for this series. Have a look at this, look. It's a voodoo doll with a difference. It sticks pins in you. I call it Nina Miskow. I'm only kidding, Nina. I promise I'm only going to stick a pin in here if you say something nasty about the show. Mind you, knowing you, I think I'd better be on the safe side, eh? Wallop. Let's have a look at show one.
You only fit dumb old lazy once, so fit the best. Ben Nevis.
Hello and welcome once again to another thrilling edition of A Question of Sport. Let's straight away meet the team tonight and their captain, Emlyn Hughes.
Oh, hello, Dave.
And joining Emlyn tonight, former world professional snooker champion, Alex Hooligan Higgins. And last but not least, world and Olympic javelin chucker, Fatima Whitbread. Right, now, unfortunately, Bill Beaumont's team won't be with us tonight because I want Emlyn's team to win.
Oh, thanks very much, Dave.
Right.
Oh.
So let's straight away start with the game, and it's the pictures board. Emlyn, pick a number.
I'll have number 5, please,
Right,
Dave.
number 5 it is. Who is this?
Whoever it is a very short person.
Pardon?
I said a short.
Oh, don't mind if I do. I'll have a vodka and tonic. Is it a golfer?
Oh, well done, mate. It's Ian Woosnam.
Oh, remarkable. 2 points.
Yeah.
Now, Alex, what will you have?
I'll have a vodka and tonic, please, Dave.
No, what number would you like?
I'll have a number 2, please, Dave.
Right, who is this? Any ideas?
That's Mickey Mouse in a welding mask.
No, it isn't.
Is it the front of a Port Capri?
Oh, no. I just say a Fort Capri. I knew it when a Fort Capri. Nice effort,
No,
though.
you're
Well
both
done,
wrong.
pal.
It is, in fact, Dennis Taylor. OK, Fatima, your turn to score.
Chance would be a fine thing. I'll have number 6, please, Dave.
Number 6. Who is this?
Is it Little Willie? Well, that's a bit difficult to tell unless they blow the picture up.
Oh, you think it's Little Willie Carson, do you?
I know. It's Lester Piggott riding at Sandown last week.
Oh, absolutely is fine. Remarkable, Emily. Well done. 2 points to Emily's team. And it's into the next round.
Oh, I'll have a vodka and tonic, Dave.
In this round, we want to know what happened next. Alex, you buzzed.
No, I was just ringing for room service.
Well, pay attention, Alex, because we want to know what happened after the action stops.
Well, I think I went on to win the next 2 frames.
Oh, no, Alex, it wasn't one of your matches.
Well, it certainly looked like one of mine.
No, shut it. My pal here's got the answer.
Yeah, I
you
know.
tell him, Fatty.
Yeah, well, the guy jumps up on his feet and headbutts the other fellow's fist.
Well, let's see if you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely remarkable. 2 points for Emily's team. Now, there's just time for one more home or away question.
Oh, I want to go home.
Go away, Dave.
And it's cricket. What is Mike Gatting doing here?
I think my Captain's appealing against the light, Dave.
Well, I think you're appealing against the light, actually, Evelyn.
Oh, thanks very much. You're not so
And
bad
with
yourself,
that,
Dave.
cheeky little grinny. With that, it's good night from me, David Coleman, and good night from A Question of Sport. And undoubtedly, the winners tonight, as well as being the most attractive people I've ever seen in the whole world,
Smoothie.
Evelyn Hughes too.
Thanks very much, Dave.
It's no good, Fatima. You're never gonna pot anything with this cue. The tip's gone.
I'm gonna pot you, you...
Can you smell something burning? Oh, blimey, look at the time. We better get them out. They'll be burnt to a cinder. Oh, did you have the fire to pass the tip?
Hello again. This is Cleo Lane. My Johnny at my side, looking cute. My lips are pursed when I sing a verse. Sometimes Johnny gives a little toot. Hello again. Our life is such a strain. In Las Vegas, wherever we chat, it's such a bitch to sing in peace. Sometimes Johnny plays a little fillet. Every now and then, like most showbiz duos, we might have a little tiff. But then pretty soon, it's another honeymoon, while Johnny plays a little ring. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny, thank you. Johnny, Johnny, thank you. Thank you. Hello out there. No one can compare. There ain't a note that I can't read. I'm so distinctive when I sing low. Sometimes I give a little squeak. And now, my friends, we have reached the end. Yeah. The show will finish pretty soon. The bells will chime ding dong, and for once this time, Johnny, could you play in?
Good evening. In. Why not? I'm Barry Norman. In. Why not? In. Why not? I fancied something different last night, and I said to my wife, why not? And she told me why. Anyway, next week sees the release of another horror from Hollywood. It's Beverly Hills Cop 5. It was previewed in Los Angeles recently, and I'm not saying it was badly received, but a sleeping preview audience renamed it Beverly Hills Kip. The movie features the inevitable chase, not Chevy, but car, as our hero soars through the streets of San Francisco with a clapped-out old banger played beautifully by Elizabeth Taylor. Nice work if you can get it. Incidentally, I hear Mike Gatting has just signed up to appear in an East meets West drama. It's called The Umpire Strikes Back. Whatever next. Now, what of Michael Caine, I hear you ask? And, well, you might. Well, an unknown Jamaican millionaire has subsidised a new movie starring Michael as Scrooge. We took our cameras behind the scenes to look at some more technical problems which are rumoured to be holding back the completion of this movie.
Who's there? Answer me. Who's there? Marley? Is that you, Marley? Whoever it is, show yourself. Marley, I'll change. I'll change, Marley. Please, just leave me alone. Who's there? No. Cut! It's supposed to be Jacob Marley, not Bob Marley. Obviously, not a lot of people know that.
And not a lot of people want to know that. Well, I'm sure that movie will eventually go on to be completed and probably pick up a few prizes. All of which brings me rather clumsily round, I thought, to the results of last week's Unjumble the Face competition. Well, in first place was Mr. Keith Banks of Sevenoaks, who correctly identified Meryl Streep's chin, Clark Gable's ears and Charles Lawton's forehead. Runner-up was Mrs. Emsworth of Bristol, who thought it was all Bette Davis. And what about the latest news, I hear you ask? And, well, you might. Well, the latest controversy to hit Hollywood concerns the sponsorship of major films by big-name companies. Many feel that the blatant use of well-known products by such famous stars in their latest movies is, quite simply, getting out of hand. Well, does that sort of advertising affect the actors in any way? Well, they think not. And next week you can hear the comments of such stars as Dustin Hoffmeister, Jane Honda, and Tom 10-Day Cruise on the QE2. Anyway, that's about it for me. I'll leave you with the latest dramatisation of John le Carrier Bag's novel entitled Spy Swap. So until next week, good night.
Your birthday, you've been out for a spell. You've had your fun, but now it's done. So go back to your cell. No! I want to be free!
Transgalactic Enterprises Limited, Managing Director's Report 12th Inst. We are holding Earth orbit while our friend from NatWest gets to know our operation.
Well, Mark, how's it going? Your expansion program's pretty ambitious. And you're investing heavily in new equipment.
Any ideas?
Well, we can tailor a flexible loan for this little lot.
See, Mark, we're looking for a considerable increase in turnover.
Particularly in alien markets.
We're taking into account fluctuations in the Arcturian megadollar, perhaps?
A currency account?
It would appear rational.
Aye, nowadays they all seem to want company shuttles.
High time you renegotiated your leasing package, I'd say.
Whatever your enterprise, NatWest will get to know it from top to bottom. Only then will we help you take it into the future.
Mind if I come along for the ride?
Take us out of orbit.
NatWest Business Service. If you want your business to boldly grow, press for action.
You know, we get some really awkward people in here these days, don't we? Oh, you don't have to tell me, lovey. We had a woman in yesterday. Oh, she was awkward. You know what she said? She said, I want to look like Barbara Streisand.
So what did you do?
Well, I smacked her in the nose with my hairbrush.
Well, we were just sitting, holding hands. We were trying to make contact with your mother, wasn't it?
We've tried every night for about 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah. And then...
Then we heard a voice, a woman's voice, really eerie, far off. She sounded dead annoyed.
You're angry at being disturbed.
She cleared her throat, and then she said...
Directory inquiries, which town, please?
People just don't believe us.
No.
No.
Welcome to Crime Watch OK.
Tonight we're joined in the studio by the head of Scotland Yard's fraud squad, Chief Inspector Al Jolson. Good evening.
Good evening, Esther. And good evening to all the viewers watching nationwide. Why aren't you watching us?
Now, the fraud squad is in Scotland Yard. What's it like?
Well, it's a very tall building with lots of windows.
No, I mean, what's the fraud squad like? For instance, do you work incognito?
No, mostly outside.
But the fraud squad officers, like yourself, obviously use assumed names. You must be very secretive.
No, we all know each other.
Quite, yes. Well, perhaps you'd like to tell us this week's crime news.
Well, certainly. And Annika, we've got quite a mixed bag of goodies for you this week, or should I say baddies. We'll start with a message to all the viewers in the Wolverhampton area. Be on the lookout for a man and woman posing as door-to-door salesmen.
What are they selling?
Doors. They approached a householder. They removed their old door with a promise of returning with a brand new one.
And do they return?
They certainly do, but at night time, and burgle the house.
Of course, through the open door, so they're very clever.
No, they're very stupid.
Why?
Because they go through the windows. But we believe that the same couple assume other identities and bluff their way into people's homes.
Oh, I see, so you think they're bogus.
No, we think they're British.
Thank you, Chief Inspector. We now turn to a particularly vicious crime that happened last Sunday at Wentworth Golf Course in Surrey. Well, perhaps you'd like to tell us about it, Chief Inspector?
I certainly will. Well, it was a particularly nasty crime, this. It happened on a second tee of Wentworth Golf Course. A bald-headed dwarf attacked a little old lady who was playing golf on the course and hit her over the head with a 5-iron.
Oh, how dreadful.
Yes, he should have used his 8-iron.
Any tips for lady golfers?
Certainly. Always interlock your fingers and keep your thumbs in line, otherwise you'll slice the ball.
No, I'm sorry. What I mean is, do you have any further tips for avoiding similar harassment?
Oh, certainly, yes. 4.
4?
Yes, 4 tips. Firstly, always tell somebody what time you leave the clubhouse. Thirdly, if you're going to play around, make sure you've got a partner. Secondly, if you can, try and get involved in a foursome. A lot more fun. And fourthly, if you can, try and get one of your male friends to caddy for you, just in case you get into the rough and he can help you out, if you know what I mean. If, of course, you can't get a male friend to caddy for you, go to your local police station and ask for a policewoman such as this to accompany you.
Thank you. Very nice tips.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, well, thank you, Chief Inspector. That's all we've time for this evening, although I do believe you have one last tip.
Yes, indeed. This is for all the male viewers out there listening to this programme and watching, of course. Pay attention to me carefully. If you get stuck at a red light, pop in and enjoy yourself. Very nice.
Yes, well, thank you. Thank you and good night, Chief Inspector Al Jolson.
Thank you very much.
That's all from Crime Watch. Good night.
And all because the lady loves milk chocolate.
Ladies and gentlemen, my companion, Lord Charles. Come on.
Lovely to be here.
It certainly is.
Sober.
I certainly am.
You know, I've just joined Alcoholics Anonymous.
Really, what do they do?
Yes, but they still let me drink, but under a different name.
Don't you ever get a hangover?
No, I found the answer. I never stopped drinking long enough to get one. Anyway, what are we going to do today?
Well, you're going to sing while I'm drinking.
Are you really? By Jove, that's damn clever.
You're going to do a little song called Bye Bye Blackbird.
Yes, 10 to 1, it'll come out Guy, Blackguard. I say, you're not going to drink that, are you?
Yes?
Would you know what it is?
It's milk.
Would you know where it comes from? Cows, the dirty, stinky, smelly creatures. They don't care what they tread in, you know. Yes, you don't mind if I look away while you do this, do you? Yes. Pack up all your cares and woe, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. When somebody waits for me, it's August wind, so is she. Hold it, that's not the trick glass, you silly hog.
Hmm? What? Oh. Unfortunately, we appear to have lost the Bobby Davro show. Nevertheless, that gives us the opportunity to show you an old film from the archives, which is jolly good for us because it means we don't have to pay any royalties or repeat fees. So here we are then. Here's Fred and Ginger in that timeless classic, Dancing Down to Rio.
new issue of the TV Weekly is here with Bobby Davro next Saturday at the same time.